Today we are working on loose leash walking, or what we call heeling, with little Rip here. So heeling means my dog learns to walk next to my left leg, whether I'm going slow, fast, turning left, or turning right. This is the first step. While you're in the house, off leash, low distraction. So we have a gate here and here. So it's a nice little hallway. So if you have a hallway in your house, it's a great way to practice it. You are going to basically do the same thing you do with the recall word here, but you're going to say heel. And if you watch, Shannon's going to lure him behind her a little bit and then bring him up right next to her left leg. And if you notice where she's reinforcing, it is literally right by her left knee or left calf. Not in front and not behind. So when we first do it, we're just trying to teach them, hey, if you get in front of me and I say heel, do you know how to fix yourself? All right? So again, your dog's going to be in front of you. You're going to say heel and lure them around. When they get next to your left foot, give them a treat. And when you're comfortable, start taking 1 or 2 steps. This is back-breaking work. I hate to say it. But when you've got a little dog or puppies, it's all about reinforcement very often right next to the left leg. So if you can find a hallway that you can take 2 steps and then reinforce, 3 steps and reinforce, and so on.
Good boy.
You'll have less time when you have to change direction.
Good. Okay, good boy.
So that's step 1, homework number 1. So maybe do that every morning before he eats, and every night before he eats, grab 10 pieces of food and do exactly what Shannon just did.
And you guys taught him to roll over?
And Shannon just found out he knew how to roll over. Unless he totally just fluked us. No, there it did. Good. That's always a fun thing.
Over. You got it. I got it right here. Over. Oh my God.
Good job.
Good job, guys.
All right, so now we're going to add a leash to the heel and kind of show you what the next step would be. From the first time we did it, we didn't have a leash on. And by all means, the more time you can practice that, the better inside the house. But then we want to start getting him used to walking next to our left leg with the leash on. So I know sometimes he grabs the leash right now like that. We want to make sure we mark that with no and get that out of his mouth.
Good.
So again, you're going to grab some high-value treats. Your left arm is going to have the leash in it. Your right hand is going to have the treats. So already he's fighting the leash. That's why we're practicing this in the same place we did off leash. And we're not pulling him. You're still luring him. Nothing changes from what you did in the first thing, except that now he has a leash on.
Good boy. Good
Which most dogs will fight. I mean, it's kind of like when someone pulls you, you automatically pull back. That's why it's important to introduce this leash without pulling on it.
Good boy, Pumpkin.
You're still taking a couple steps, reinforcing, but the leash is still there. But look how loose it is. See, she's not really using it. It's just there.
Yes.
Now, as he gets better at this, we'll do less reinforcing, and then you can start adding leash pressure. But that's on the next session. All right, so now this is our 3rd session, so we are going to start basically asking for a little bit more. See how many steps Shannon can take now, and we're not adding leash pressure unless we need to.
Yes. Good boy, Rip.
Nice, beautiful.
Good, right there. I'm going to cut across and change direction.
Treats with you when you are walking your dog. So see that little bit of he added pressure?
I know. Good boy.
Meaning she kept walking. He didn't, so then she just used a little bit of leash pressure to pull him back into the right position.
Good boy.
The majority of your time right now is going to be reinforcing him with some treats.
Yes, Rip.
You can use your leash to get him the right position, but then you got to reinforce him often, often, often. First of all, he's a terrier, so he doesn't like to be told what to do. Second of all, most dogs, when you have a leash on, don't enjoy being pulled. So until they understand, hey, you're going to feel pulling on the leash until you get in that perfect position, and then that pressure goes away, you got to work with them.
Good boy. Good
So think of this as the Goldilocks, right? Too far behind, too hot. Too far in front, too cold. Right next to Shannon is just right. So make sure when he's next to you, it's just right. And that's where he gets the good treats. Oh, look us.
Oh, good boy.
Good. And again, all of this can be done inside the house or just in your driveway. And I know it's back-breaking work, but and if you can, when you come to a stop, have them sit. All right, so that's your homework for this week. Work on heeling, leash walking.